Mate Bros, happy Easter. Thanks for your thoughts. I've had a really good week just studying and listening to things. Drew, you got me started just thinking about chains in my backpack that I'm carrying around that I maybe don't need to. And all your thoughts more. I love a nice story about praying during a hockey game. You know, what's better than that? And to hear your testimony of prayer and the simple peace that it brings. Wade, enjoy St. George. Here we are, Southern Alberta. I skied on Monday. I golfed on Wednesday. And I'm walking around in a light and enjoyable snowstorm on Thursday. It's quite the place. So I sent you a clip of Jordan Peterson talking about his wife's conversion to the Catholic Church. And he's got some really interesting things to say about the cross. And then this week we're studying in Jacob, and they talk a lot about pride and humility and what the Nephites started to go through. And that talk, I sent you a quote from it, beware of pride. I can honestly say it changed my life because of the grueling invitation that it is to really consider where we're prideful and the motives for the things we do. And so I've just been thinking a lot about that. And Wade, you said that Southern Alberta, one of the reasons there's lots of great people here is because of the strange climate and the resistance and inconsistency that it invites. And I think there's something to that. There's a power in resistance and dealing with difficulty. And spiritually, humility forces us to look at the things that are uncomfortable, that are painful, but are true. And unless you deal with the truth and the motives for what you do and the things that you're maybe holding on to that you shouldn't, you don't progress. And it's a painful process. You talked about that course you took, and it sounded like, a bit of a grueling and painful, but also powerful process. And that's what humility offers. Just a quick experience. I separated my shoulder a couple years ago, and when I get injured, I'm actually terrible at being injured because I hate feeling limited. And the morning after I separated my shoulder, I just I felt like it needed movement, and it's not what I was told to do. I was told to kind of stay still, and I just could not stay still. It just felt so uncomfortable. So I went out in my yard and I started moving my shoulder around and actually trying to lift some weights, and it hurt quite a bit. But there was this moment where I felt this massive pop. And I got lightheaded. It was like I didn't faint, but I was close to that. And I felt this release in my shoulder. And obviously my shoulder was still separated, but something jumped back into place. And I think spiritually and emotionally, sometimes when we're feeling itchy or we're feeling some nagging annoyance, our tendency is to maybe avoid it because it's painful. But sometimes the thing you got to do is attack it. And I've found that as I've tried to be humble, which is a constant struggle, I find progress, I find relief, and I find peace. So there's a bunch of things I'm thinking about. You guys are awesome. You bless my life. Love you. Have a good day.